everybody. Hello.
Hey, and everybody.
Some familiar faces in the front here. Hi, my name is Saima Malik. I'm an executive in the digital space at TD Bank, and I also lead the Women in Leadership pillar for TD. Thank you. Thank you to all my friends here and there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thanks for having us today. We at TD are really excited to be the lead sponsors showcasing the inaugural Move the Dial Summit. It is something special to us as this concept and idea and movement was incubated in Canada, started as an idea about a year ago, and is committed to women in tech, and it's going global. So we are so proud to be here from the very beginning. For TD, we view diversity and inclusion as our strategic priority, and specifically for women, expanding leadership opportunities in digital and tech is essential to developing our great leaders, many of whom are here today in the first couple of rows, and advancing our business. TD's partnership with Move the Dial is part of our commitment to increasing women's participation in leadership in tech for all, our entire ecosystem. This partnership took many supporters at TD across our digital, technology, and our talent teams. There are many individuals who I want to acknowledge were champions that this would not have been possible. Todd Copeland, our SVP of Digital, Slajana, one of our VPs from a technology side, Daniela Dakotas, who is one of our talent leads, and also Saba Habib, who's been my right-hand person. And I just wanted to call those names out. There have been many individuals across the board, but this would not have been possible without them and their support. And the person that I want to call out the most is the person that I came to the idea first and is standing beside me. Rizwan Khalfan is he's still like, you know, he's our Chief Digital and Payments Officer. So from TD Bank, so I'm just going to introduce him, and I'll let Riz talk a little bit about innovation and why diversity is so important.
Oh, thanks, Saima, and what a great event, and great to be here. I'd say almost good afternoon. I think we're almost at 12 o'clock. So I've been really privileged to be part of the digital transformation at TD for the last 7 years. I feel like the founder of the digital startup within the wider bank. And we started by getting the right talent, of course. You know, talent from very diverse backgrounds. More than half of them had never worked in a bank. So you can imagine the designers. Anybody here work with designers? Okay, you would know what I'm talking about. So we brought them to the bank. We made the right investments. We embraced and fostered innovation. And we focused on the customer to achieve, you know, incredible things. You know, we are the largest digital bank in Canada. We serve over 12 million active digital customers. You know, we've got lots of recognition from our customers, from the industry and internally. But what I'm really most proud about is how we've taken that talent, the diverse talent, and put them into a high-performing team. That's what I'm really proud of being part of. That team has excelled year over year to make TD a digital leader in North America. Now, I'm also very proud of the fact this high-performing team, as of now, has more than 50% women. So if you walk around the floors, this was not the case 7 years ago when I started this journey, you know. And so, I mean, you probably have a good perspective to this. You've been on this journey with us for a long time. When you walk around the floor, what do you see about the team?
Yeah, so I mean, first of all, just think about that. I want you to think about the 50% number. That means every time you walk into a room and we're thinking of an idea, we're designing a product, we're creating a customer experience, women are represented. They're influencing the decisions, they're part of the teams, they're coming up with the solutions that we're bringing to our customers. So we're really proud of that. And if you're not familiar, we do want to share that TD represents, cultivates, leadership for women, is helping them achieve all of their career aspirations, and I'm actually a great example of that, so thank you so much. I want to talk a little bit, and we've got a little bit of time, about allyship, and what I mean by that is we're here to celebrate women, but Riz has been a fantastic ally, and the story that I want to tell really is how we came to partner with Move the Dial. An ally is a person who makes things happen, even behind closed doors. And, I actually came to Riz's office and I said, Riz, I literally walked in his office, I have this idea about Move the Dial. We need to make a bold statement within our community and the ecosystem, and here's Move the Dial and all the great things we can do. And his response was,
let's do it. What do you need from me?
That's exactly what it was.
And I'd say that's what allyship to me means. I'm still learning, so I don't profess to actually know what that truly means. So I'm on a journey, and you've been part of this journey for years. You've been actually helping me and mentoring me to understand this particular dynamic. But I'll say that one of the things that actually strikes me is effectively trying to create a work environment that all of us can be who we are, bring our true selves. Why? Because that's the only way for us to be the best that we can be. And so, in that pursuit, what we end up doing is we end up empowering the members of our teams. And that's really what it is. So to me, there was an opportunity to empower you to actually, be part of this bigger movement.
Yeah, and how we actually landed, within a month's time, we had the T's crossed, I's dotted, and the contract was signed. So, sometimes we hear we're not moving as fast as we can. The agreement was signed, we were invested, and we started to build our partnership, and that's where we're here today. So we just wanted to share that story with you around allyship and why our partnership with Move the Dial is so important, and that's
So we're going to get a boot from here.
Yes.
You have an exciting session coming up, okay? Jodi is going to have a fireside chat with one of my favorite people at TD, Teri Currie. Now, in all transparency, she was my boss, okay? Having said that, I still think she kind of still manages me. More importantly, she's an inspiration to all of us as a leader, and a fantastic human being. Please, give them a round of applause as they walk in.
Yes. Welcome, Teri.
Well, and thank you so much. You should feel fantastic about how this is going today. Congratulations.
Well, thanks to you. So I'm so delighted. Thank you so
Mutual
much for being
Admiration
here.
Society.
Yes, we're having the best time. So I'm really delighted to get to talk to you today. We're so lucky to have you. I know how busy you are. So let's get into it. As group head of the Canadian Personal Bank, you are responsible for the bank's largest business.
Thank you.
And this is obviously a business that has seen huge transformation over the last few years. Can you tell us a little bit about that change and how you've experienced it?
For
your
sure.
perspective on it.
Yeah, absolutely. So again, delighted to be here with so many TD colleagues. Thanks for being here. And as you've heard already, we are a business of change. I've been with the bank over 30 years. I think the thing that's been the most constant has been that change. And I think it's important also to talk about what hasn't changed. And so at TD, everything we do starts with putting the customer in the center. That's as true today as it has ever been. My business in the personal bank grew up winning with customers and delighting customers with great locations, with longer hours, and with fantastic people. And that still matters as much as it ever did. And you live your life seamlessly bridging your online and offline experiences, and our customers do as well. And so what they tell us is that we have a lot of information about them and a lot of knowledge about the things that they should do to make better decisions, to live better lives. And so with their permission, they want us to use that information, give them advice in the moments that matter, and then importantly, make their experience with us seamless, whether they're crossing channels, crossing businesses, today crossing borders with TD. And also make it simple. I know people's tolerance for friction has gone down a lot. And then personally, as a leader of change in the bank, I would say, my people look at me in leading change to be not only the chief leader of the business, but the chief people officer and the chief customer officer. And the only way that you can do that, I think, as a leader is by listening and responding, listening and responding. I like to say we have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. That constant theme of listening and responding and being where our customers need us to be, that's how we manage change at the bank.
I love that. And you must be having to use so much technology these days. So let's talk about that, given that that's the topic of the day. And I know you've made some incredible and very innovative investments, like Layer 6. So can you share with us a little bit about TD's tech strategy?
Fantastic.
And where you see it going?
Yeah. I mean, one of the interesting things, I started my career in branch banking, came back to branch banking, but just before this was leading with Rizwan our digital capabilities at the bank, all of our non-branch, non-store channels and technology. And again, this theme of listening and responding. You know, what we know for sure is we have no idea how our customers are going to interact with us or use technology, or how their experiences will be supported by technology 3 to 5 years ago, or 3 to 5 years out. And 3 to 5 years ago, we set out on a journey to really transform how we actually managed and used technology in support of those great experiences. We stepped back and we listened to about 30 different sessions of all the leaders of all the businesses in the bank. And we asked them, what are the things you think are going to need to be true about your capabilities if you're going to win in 3 to 5 years, if you're going to delight customers across your businesses globally in 3 to 5 years? And the things they told us 5 years ago were omni-channel, that seamless ability for customers to, you know, start doing research online, go to the phone, perhaps use a physical location.
They also one experience.
One experience, an omni experience. They talked about data and analytics. You mentioned Layer 6. Just delighted that we have the opportunity to work with Tommy and Jordan and their teams, understanding our customers again in those moments that matter. They told us that being able to have seamless experiences end to end, so using digitization and automation matters. And mobile for everyone, this ability for me to start as a customer on my own device, but then be able to phone in and have an interactive experience with someone in the phone, or use my own device with the person in the branch or store to help me. And so we, 3 to 5 years ago, made a lot of change in our business. We used to have decentralized technology teams. We used to have every business had their own technology. They made their own decisions about applications and how they would actually run their business or power their business. And I think the things we did that were distinctive was that we remembered that our customers do view us as an omni-channel experience, as I talked about, so we built for that. We realized that we had to run the front end of our business at the speed of the customer and the market. The back end of our business needed to be safe and secure, so we rationalized and streamlined. We recognized that we actually needed to use data again to power those moments that matter for our customers. And we did that by investing at the center and leveraging those capabilities to move forward with our customers. Rizwan was an architect of building with a design-centric approach, and I think we've been distinguished as the #1 digital bank because Rizwan worked to build a team at the center of our bank that paid attention to how you actually designed experiences for customers and utilized diverse and talented people who didn't have traditional technology backgrounds to do that. And he built platforms instead of point-to-point solutions, and again, he architected for an omni-channel experience.
I love that. So talk to me a little bit more about because I imagine if you're thinking about an omni experience, that the solution really does have to take into account so many different perspectives. So just for us to learn from you, because you really are leading in this space, tell us a little bit how you are ensuring that your new hires represent a diverse candidate pool and perspectives.
Absolutely. I did actually for a few years, I was the head of HR for the bank. You know, I started out as a math major, like I know some of you did, and then my summer jobs before I started working part-time at the bank when I was in school were at my dad's lab. So I cleaned frog tanks and knocked out fruit flies in the lab. Those are a great background for becoming the head of HR for a bank, I have to say. It's a very natural path. And one of the things that as we built our diversity and inclusion initiative, which I'm very passionate about, we started probably in a focused way in 2005. And as you heard earlier from the other speakers, Molly and Bo, it is a journey. And for the leaders in the bank, Rizwan just mentioned this, I think we've learned as much on this journey about ourselves as leaders and being vulnerable and understanding that we don't know everything we need to know about everybody's individual differences, and how do we celebrate those differences. Tactically, we've done what you heard earlier. We've had, I will now call it inclusive hiring opportunities, ensuring that the slates of candidates aren't diverse, because I heard that wasn't what I should be saying, but are inclusive of the differences, as Bo mentioned, that you're trying to accommodate within your team. We've worked with great organizations like movethedial and other great organizations focused in particular for women in technology on meeting women, involving people in these great digital initiatives that we're rolling out to see that the bank is a cool digital company as well as a great financial company.
It's funny you say that. When I meet great women that are looking for a new job, I'll say, oh, TD's a tech company now. Exactly. Because actually I've met so many of your incredible leaders that are very incredible technologists,
right.
and it feels like you're a tech company.
I think what's the best thing that we've done and the most important thing that we've done is many organizations have said it's either about the branches or it's about digital. And what we've done is we've said it's about the customer. And the customer expects, they haven't met a channel they don't like. They expect us to be there wherever they are, living their lives, helping them to make better decisions. And that means it needs to be seamless. And interestingly, the phone channel is the quarterback of the mobile experience. And so we've not set up this artificial debate. It means people actually have to understand how we run our business on the ground. And to your point, they also have to be brilliant designers and technologists in order to ensure the experiences make sense for our customers.
I love that. So I've met many of your incredible women and all kinds of people.
And our incredible men.
Yes. You know, my question for you is, once you have these amazingly talented people, what are you doing specifically to engage and retain your women? I mean, what I see with some of the incredible women we're partnering with, Saima, Slejna, like Colleen, they're engaged because you're giving them these kinds of opportunities. But I'd love to hear tactically from your perspective.
For sure. You know, we firmly believe there's about 3 things that matter. Work that matters is really important. And when I say that, it's not just that I, as an individual in the organization, understand how my work sort of plays a role in what the organization's trying to accomplish, but actually that we are living our purpose in the organization, that we are really trying to enrich customers' lives. And you mentioned Layer 6 earlier. You may have seen in the media, our artificial intelligence and data scientist folks are actually working on medical data in Ontario to help promote better health and to make breakthroughs in the medical field. People want to do work that matters, and so our strategy is as much about being embedded in the community and doing things like this that show that we really take this seriously at the bank. Second thing is inspiring leaders. You said earlier, you need to be able to see it, to believe that you could be it. Totally. And I think that's incredibly important. I can't tell you early in my career how many people told me how I should dress to be a successful banker. Clearly it didn't work.
You look amazing, by the way.
A lot of people tried to tell me.
Great outfit.
And Rizwan said what we believe at the bank, what is going to make people, what's going to unlock their passion, what's going to make them want to stay, is that they bring their whole and best self to work each and every day. And then the final thing is opportunities beyond belief. You know, I was that part-time teller who now runs branch banking and have had the opportunity to run most parts of the organization. And it's because there are opportunities beyond belief. You have to perform,
I love that phrase.
But you actually also will get the support to succeed. So what I would say to you is, if you're working in an organization where your people feel like they have opportunities beyond belief, that is incredibly engaging. And if you're in an organization where you don't feel like you have opportunities beyond belief, we have opportunities beyond belief at TD. So come
Teri.
see us.
It's amazing. So you're a role model to me, and so I'm super grateful. Thank you. I'm super
Your
grateful.
First summit.
Thank
Congratulations.
you. Our first summit.
Yes,
Thank
exactly.
You. Do you have any last words that you want to leave with our incredible audience today and the thousands that are watching all over the world?
I guess I would really thank you for your commitment to being here today, for understanding and learning about how important it is to give everybody the opportunity to perform, to show their best selves, and to the extent that, as was mentioned earlier, you can be an ally for all communities to help everyone have a voice and have an opportunity. That would be something that I would think would be really important to take away from today.
Thank you so much, Teri,
You're
for
most
this
welcome.
chat.
Thanks for the opportunity.
Thank you.
It's great to be here.
Thank you.
Thanks.